Alright, so as usual, you know what you're here for. If you're watching this, it means you're here for the true gold, the true nostalgic gold, because this is what it truly means to play this. Even though there's like, you can either do it, you know, the as you go along phase, or you can do it like I'm doing it, as long as you put enough effort into it. It's still a short game, but it ain't that short. It's a little bit longer than Mystic Quest, that's for sure. But I'm also enjoying my time with it because this is going to be sort of a long series because of the way I'm doing it. Won't be as bad as Mystic Quest, for sure. But also, can anybody explain to me how the world, what are they called? I think they're called Male Heavens or something like that. Well, anyway, pack of cigarettes. The race is called tobacco. I think it's like 5 centimeters, 8 centimeters tall. I've never known anybody to really try and measure a cigarette. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if people did it, but still, like, literally, why? Why is it classified as a race? It doesn't talk, it breathes. How that is with the sake of flame, if you don't already know that. Like, literally, all you gotta do is light it up. That's how it breathes. If you just put it in your mouth, it ain't gonna do nothing. You get it all wet, it ain't gonna do nothing. If you just sit there, it ain't gonna do nothing. So it's not a living, breathing thing. What the hell was that? And now it's raining. And it said it wasn't gonna rain today. You just hate that when the weather lies to you. Oh, it's not gonna rain today. I mean, to me personally, I don't mind for some reasons. But literally, there is a show called Demon Lord Retry. And I think it's like the first episode. I can't swear that. But it's either that one or the second one. Because I know that in... probably going to be the first one. Because I believe I'm still on... yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Where am I at? Yeah, I'm already at 3, so it's either going to be the first one or the second one, but either way, yeah, most likely this the first one because, you know, it introduces already stuff, but then it gets more into it, and it's just crazy. I mean, like, literally, yeah, well, we need a season 2. They confirmed it was going to be this year. I mean, at first, there was no confirmation, and it was possible it might happen next year or something like that. But finally, I think they finally confirmed it. Now, 2024 is supposed to bring another season or something else, but otherwise, you know, it was going to be like maybe 2026. Yeah, that's right. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. You know, it was going to be... Then they finally said, well, it was actually confirmed for 2024 since the movie was just ago. I didn't care for the movie. Because it's done what the movie was, it didn't have anything to do with the original main cast. It just said something about a character they're supposedly introducing. And they didn't say or confirm whether that character is going to be in the new season. No. Which is going to be, yeah, that's right, Season 3. And, we're also still waiting on Season 3 for Era Furuta. Commonplace the Strongest. And, I know Shield Hero was supposed to come back, and the Devil is a part-timer supposed to come back this year. I just don't know when. It was confirmed to be at some point, but I guess it never came out yet. They've already done the 2 seasons, but which they waited long enough. I mean, I think it's silly to wait a whole year. I mean, or, you know, a few years before that happens. You know, alright, maybe a year can pass, I guess, or... No, I know, it should at least be, like, about so many months, and then you can, you know, start on the next one, and have it ready to be going out, even if it is the next year. You know. But that's just me. I mean, personally, I will always support people to do what they gotta do and stuff like that, and I get it. I'm not saying I don't, I just don't think it should be that way, because a lot of times, more often than not, believe it or not, something's wrong on me. Anyway. Man, that thing is really adamant about staying alive. Anyway. But yeah, I mean, literally, personally, more often than not, the more longer it is, the more at least likely it'll show, unless they decide to do it for after that, or they decide to finally cancel it and they finally renew it with a new studio that will take over the project. But it doesn't always happen. A lot of times they just completely stay in dormant phase. There was a show that said it was going to be if they do better on it. That's crazy. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with it. They're going to do better. No, they don't. It's a good show. I forget the name of it now, but they said, only if they do better with it. Yeah, okay. Anyway. Black Cat did not wrap up very nicely. It had left many questions. Like, were they ever going to get back together or what, you know? I mean, I'm not exactly saying that we need to go and do the whole, get the old gang back together of the voice cast, but it would be nice to have the characters in there. But anyway, this is one of the things I want to do to get out of the way, because it's going to be a, it's what makes this place kind of hard. That you want to always tackle this room first before you do anything, and I mean anything else. You gotta do this in the right syncs in order. So what you want to do is you're going to go this way and do it right. Yes, we did it. So now, as that can be the hardest difficulty. Like, if you can't get it in the first try, you're gonna keep at it until you got it. And that, my friend, is what you're gonna wind up doing. Yep. Okay. I didn't mean to get the map, but it doesn't really matter. I'm kind of glad we did, because it's part of how to be able to do this. And we need this key. I'm kind of glad, because now we get to do this. Now we don't have to worry about this room anymore. That's not the biggest question. Fact is, now we can do this. And I think that's pretty good. And then what we can do as well, we can go and, is it here, maybe? When I go to get fully healed up. No. Oh, I see a chest up there. I thought I did. No, it doesn't really matter. I don't really care about this entrance right now. We can tackle it at any time. Well, my main concern is getting our hearts filled back up. So, I promise you, I mean, I kind of started the Druid last night, and then even though I said I was going to upload too many, I wound up loading almost all the videos I had, and I thought I had to do one more, and I was right, but I thought maybe, it was one of them that was the last one. I'd kind of redo the last bit of it, because there's just things you just don't say. You know, just don't say it. But anyway, so moving on. I already briefly went over that in the last episode, so I think, or no, not the last episode, but the one I kind of had to redo. So this is good. Now we don't have to deal with that. I hate that room. I always hate it. I always remember many times struggling with it, especially on Super Nintendo, which made me so pissed I just didn't want to deal with it. So now what we want to do is we want to go forward, and then we also want to save state here. Believe me, it's just better you get it taken care of right away, and don't worry about nothing else. I mean it. Don't worry about nothing else in this entire dungeon, because that right there is your most important thing. You're gonna wind up having to take care of right away. I think there's some more magic in here, but I don't think we need it. You know? Yeah, I don't need it. I got plenty of magic anyway, so I'm just gonna use this. I just wish this wouldn't disappear. It's also in the same kind of room that we had to fight with, but alright, so now what we're going to do here is the hardest point of this dungeon is already first taken care of. That's good. If you can take care of that room, you're good, because you need to get in there. You need that key. So yeah, there's going to be flying things. So just stay right here. It'll be fine. Always, you know, because it's not a good idea to try and fight them, because most likely you'll get damaged. You may not care, but for the most majority of it, it makes a difference, because you want to be able to get to this alive, or as much as possible, so you don't have to use up any fairies or any medicines. This door is going to open up, and I think it's going to reveal something that we're going to need. I don't remember. I know that we have to get the big key. It's one of the most immediate important things, as well as defeating the boss, but not exactly in this episode. So no, but I think we want to do this. Okay, so that's just for a fairy. In case you need a fairy for whatever reason. I didn't even realize that was what that was for. It doesn't matter. What's here? Of course you would hit me. Why the hell wouldn't you? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around and around and just kind of see what we got here. The hookshot won't do you any good here. The best thing to do. Now let's see. Go here, and I'm going to save state here. I'm not sure what's in this room. We may have to not go this way until we get a certain item, so let me check it and see right here. Oh yeah. You found the compass. Now you can pinpoint the lair of the dungeon's evil master. Okay, so you want to get out of this room. You can do that. Now always remember to do this, because you want to have at least enough available for spare magic in case you use up your bottles. Doesn't really matter if you use up a waste of bomb, because you don't have really a choice on that one. If there was a way to surpass it, I would, but even the cape doesn't do you any good. It only functions for one thing anyway. So, and the good thing about using this as well is you can use it in conjunction with many, well, almost many items you actually have. So that's the good thing about that. Now we're gonna go over there. We're gonna go in here. And I'm gonna use bombos. This should kill this. There we go. Now in here, this is gonna be a tricky room, but it's not gonna be as bad. The only thing that makes it bad is this. Good thing you have a fairy. That's why I get prepared in case of this, because I don't want to use up magic. So the only time I use that magic is if I have to. And of course it looks like I'm going to have to, so. That's okay, I can always go back and get more. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. Now, if memory serves, I believe. There we go. I didn't realize that there was any magic to be had there. Now, if I remember correctly, these pipes will always lead to something, and there's something, one of them you can't go into unless you have the big key. So that's one of the things we got to get. All right, I'm just gonna do this. I want to say it's gonna be. This pipe down here. No. Good try though. Let's try this one here. All right, let's go down here. Ah. We'll be coming back in this room later. Yeah, we actually have to go through a different way to get there. Okay, I remember now. Alright. So if I go this way, there's our treasure chest that we need. Big old mighty one. Makes things a little bit more easier for us. Now this here is going to be a pain in the butt because this is a trap. Another trap you have to try and get through. think we need to place. Yeah, we're going to have to come back into that room once we get the shield. I didn't say that. I mean the thing here. So what we can do at this point, we're going to come back. We're going to have to double do this again. I didn't say that. You didn't hear that. I didn't say that. It's locked. If you had the big key, you might be able to open it. But then again, who gives a crack? Okay, so like that right there, you had to go do that. So, actually have to go this way. And then we'll go this way. And yeah, we'll have to go back through there once we get our chest to go over there. And you didn't hear that, okay? Nobody heard that. You say you heard that, I will completely ignore it. I will completely deny it. I mean it. Don't say it. Alright. And yes! You got the big key. Okay, now let's get the hell out of here. Yeah, I might as well use it. Actually, you know what? No, I'll let the fairy take care of the damage because we got fairies. Yeah, of course you did. See, we're almost ready to take on this dungeon as well, but we still got to be fully prepared. That's why it's like a kind of a double take for each dungeon you have to go through. So that's why you have to be fully prepared. So let's see. If I remember correctly, I think it was this door right here, right? Okay. So if I go out this door, I probably won't get any magic for this, but it'll be fine. Let's yep, that was my last bottle, but I'm okay. That's just how you deal with it. Now, there's something down there, but you can't get it unless you go to the dark world, or, I mean, light world, so you know. Okay. And I don't remember what it is. Ta-da! You found the mirror shield. You can now reflect beams that your old shield couldn't block. So, by the way, if you get this stolen, you're gonna have a hell of a time trying to get it back, because this is actually the penultimate shield this entire game. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't stop that from happening. But, however, we are going to go ahead and go to the masterfully skilled We can't go no further than where we can go. This should be do it. So this point, you gotta be careful, because that though something gonna come out of there, oh, like that right there. That is important. I don't remember if you had to. Oh. You dirty snort bag. Okay. So we may have had to use up 2 palms, but we're okay. Alright, so I believe you're supposed to be able to open it up, but I don't know. Anyway, let's go up this way. No point in doing that. Now, what you want to do... go just quickly enough. Okay. Come down here. Now this is also going to be one of the hardest things, but we don't need to worry about it right now. So we're just going to get the hell out of here. Now we are prepared to go, and I'm going to go take on the very first dungeon in the next episode. Let's see, what are we doing here? Yeah, that shield won't... see, the thing about it as well is that shield will not reflect it just because it's, you know, it's just like any other shield. You know, like if you're in the middle, say you're in the middle trying to trying to block the beams. Well, and any kind of beam still can hit you one side by side, but they can't hit the front side of the pail. There's also some orange or green stuff up there, but we can't worry about that. So we're actually going to do this. But that means nothing, because in order to do anything, you'd have to do it from there. So this here means absolutely crap. So... Yep. By the way, if you do it just right, the soldiers will hear you. But either way, I'll see you guys next time. Until then...